music you just heard and the scenes you just witnessed were recorded during a trip to Togo, West Africa in October of 2013, when representatives of more than 30 North American Rotary clubs traveled there to attend the West Africa Project Fair, to do polio immunizations, and to work on an elementary school. On the first full day of the tour, the group traveled in Lomé, the capital city, to the Akadasawa Fetish Market, the largest such shopping center in the world. With 51% of the country's population practicing native religions that include voodoo, the market is basically a Sam's Club for talismans and charms and ingredients for potions that may cure a cold or lift a curse. In Lomé's city center, wooden sculptures, carvings, paintings, clothing, shoes, and batik-dyed cloth were sold at an artisan's market. Countless stalls offered visitors a chance to shop for unique pieces and souvenirs of the trip. Rotarians also visited the U.S. Embassy in Lomé, where Ambassador Robert Whitehead briefed the group on the nation and its assets. The port in Lomé is important to the country's economy, he said, though drug traffic is increasing. Day 2 saw the Rotarians traveling to Davie to join local Rotarians in working on an elementary school. School is required for 6 years in Togo, but teacher shortages and poverty have had a negative impact. Before Rotarians got involved in the school, children met under trees in the dirt, with no desks and no protection from the elements. With the aid of the Rotary Club of Lomé, thatch roof classrooms were built and a cement block building is being constructed at the site. A large pile of red dirt greeted the Rotarians, along with shovels, rakes, and wheelbarrows, upon arrival at the school. The assignment: move the dirt to the unfinished block building and level it. The North American Rotarians were asked to bring an extra suitcase containing school supplies, as they are rare in Togo, and it isn't uncommon for a number of children to share a single pencil. When the floor of the building was complete, the Rotarians presented the school supplies to the students. Among the donated items were paper, notebooks, pencils, sharpeners, books, flip-flops, colored pencils, crayons, and magnifying glasses. Teachers, just 7 of them for 350 children, expressed gratitude for the supplies and promised to make good use of them. The Rotarians also brought candy for the children, Skittles because they don't melt in the Africa heat, and nearly caused a riot when the children realized what was in those red bags. As the tour bus pulled away from the school and was stuck for a time, someone asked about children who were at the school but not in uniforms. The answer was that some couldn't afford the uniforms, which sell for $5, and therefore could not attend school. Before the bus arrived back at the hotel, the Rotarians had collected $1,500 to provide uniforms to the children. The primary purpose of the Rotarians' trip to Togo was to attend the 9th annual West Africa Project Fair. The fair is held to offer an opportunity for West African Rotarians to find international partners for projects. They brought displays and multimedia presentations to share. Many of the projects revolved around clean water, sanitation, and schools. The North Americans left with piles of literature on projects they were interested in aiding.
About 45 of us, including friends. So we'll each have a chance to give a drop here. This is more just so you get a sense of it, a little bit of token. and then we'll go forward. So this is the container that when it runs out, they put it, this is the bottle. Yep. They take off the little plastic or the little gray cap, they put it on, and it's now ready. Yeah.
Participation in Rotary International's Polio Plus inoculation program brought home the true meaning of this important initiative. Dozens of mothers gathered at a clinic in Baja to have their children immunized. Health workers and Rotarians administered the drops to children under 6 years old at the clinic, then dispersed in 12 groups to take inoculations to nearby villages. As drops, 2 per child, were administered, volunteers marked the thumbs of inoculated children to distinguish them. Brad Howard, who sponsored the trip through his company Howard Tours and led the adventure, said hundreds of children were inoculated that morning, though no accurate records were available. Local health workers and Rotaract members assisted the North American volunteers, with the Rotaractors acting as translators. Polio is endemic in only 3 countries, Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Nigeria. Togo's proximity to Benin, which borders Nigeria, puts it at risk of an outbreak. The North American Rotarians also visited a school in Glié, where new middle school classrooms, a joint project of the Lomé Lumiere Rotary Club and clubs in Fort Wayne, Indiana and Chicago, were dedicated. Students gathered for the ceremony along with their parents and younger siblings. The construction was a direct result of the 2010 West Africa Project Fair, which was held in Ghana. 4 more classrooms will be built at the school.
To the Rotary Club of Lomé Lumiere for all of their efforts in coordinating the visit.
Donc, je tiens d'abord à remercier les qui a fait le voyage à Glaï, ainsi que tous ceux qui a rendu possible ce voyage. Aux Rotariens du club Rotary de Lomé Lumière, merci d'avoir organisé notre visite. C'était très important pour les Américains et nous sommes très contents d'être ici.
I would also like to thank Brad Howard, as well as the West Africa Project Fair Coordinating Committee, for adding this site visit to the itinerary for this trip. Thanks are also in order for the local officials who have made this day possible.
When the visiting Rotarians learned the school had to remove and secure desks each evening, they collected $1,800 to buy doors and locks for the school. After the ceremony, students performed dances and sang for their benefactors, and stilt walkers performed to the audience.
Thank you.